Hey loves, hey to the Party Cupcakes, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Miranda Ifanagupambata, as you can see down below, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been a minute, so we've been trying to get this together and we're finally here. And yeah, man, I'm super excited about this. I can't actually believe it's actually finally happening. So if you would love to keep on watching and stay tuned for what my plans and my aspiration for this channel and this journey, please stay watching and continue to watch up until the end of this video. First thing first, I'm starting this new journey as a digital content creator, YouTuber, all things digital entrepreneurship, and just sharing my journey with anyone who wants to be part of it. But first things, I want to set the foundation of this journey, and I believe in Christ as my living God and as a director and the author of my life. So I would just love to set the foundation of this journey and this channel by reading the word of the Bible, just to set the tone and just invite God into this journey. And we're gonna be doing that by reading a scripture from my favorite book, which is the Bible, and from the book of Genesis, verse 1, chapter 1, and it reads as follows. It says, in the beginning, that is a chapter after this, the scripture. It says, in the beginning. It says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. I'm going to read again. It says, in the beginning. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. So when I was reading the scripture at some point, I felt like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I want to start any chapter of my life with. And anything that I want to do, I want to always remind myself that in the beginning, whatever it is that you're starting, it is always formless, with void, empty, and it's always dark. It always seems dark in the beginning. In the beginning, in the scripture, in this Bible, it says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the key words here for me were like, in the beginning. In the beginning. So whenever you're starting something, there's always the heaven and the earth. The earth is where you're currently at, which is me starting this YouTube journey, starting whatever that I am starting, or whatever that you are, new chapters, starting a new job, starting a new country, new province, new job, like I said, new relationship, friendship, new school, varsity, you name it. In the beginning, there's always heaven and the earth. And the heavens, or heaven, is your goal, where you want to reach, where your final destination of whatever that you're starting, and it is, the final destination, the heavens, where you would love to end up in, and where you would end up having it may be thing. So and also says, and now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the depth. So now the earth was formless. So now, in the beginning, nothing makes sense. Nothing has a shape. I don't have everything and right equipment to start this journey. It doesn't have a shape. But sometimes, it looks like it doesn't have a direction. It doesn't. It's empty. Has void. The darkness is hovering the surface of the earth, which means it's like it feels so dark, and you have no idea how you're gonna navigate towards your heaven, which is a goal, and it just doesn't seem to be, together. In the beginning, it will feel like that. It is supposed to feel like that. Even the earth, when God was creating the heavens and the earth, it was formless without void. So your journey, whatever job you're starting, whatever friendship or relationship or career or just a different space in your life. In the beginning, it always feels empty, it always feel lonely, it always feel like you don't know what you're exactly doing. It feels like you're alone. It doesn't have a shape, you have a direction. It is surfaced by darkness and all of that. That is what happens in the beginning. And then it says, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Um, when I was reading, it says, even in the beginning, the Spirit of the living God is all in that midst of the darkness, of uncertainty, of not being aware exactly what it is that you're doing or navigating. In the darkness, in the formless, in the voidness, the Spirit of the living God is there. So I was just reading this to anyone who's watching this, even myself, that in the beginning of any journey, in any chapter of your life, or anything that you're starting, in the beginning it's never clear exactly what you want to do. You have an idea, but you have no idea how it's going to work out, or how you're going to get to the end result, which is the ultimate goal, which is the heavens. Because right now you're in the earth, and it's formless and it's voidless, and it's just dark. And it's just like, in that space, when you're starting in your career, business, relationship, whatever, it is always seem it's impossible. It always seems lonely. It always feels lonely at the beginning. But through all of the mist, never to forget that God, the Spirit of God, is always hovering at the surface of that journey. It's always there. And it will get better with time, and things are gonna reveal themselves and unpack themselves, and you will get to heaven, whatever it is. So I just wanted to lay the foundation of this channel by inviting the Spirit of the living God to be the one hovering and navigating the steps of the next step I will be taking, and direct me towards the greatness and the heavens and the call that I would love to achieve, and just be whatever God has destined it to be. So yeah, I just wanted to share that piece. And also, I want to get into my aspiration and my reason for this channel. I just starting this channel basically just to document the most parts of my life, where I feel most happiest, the most saddest sometimes. What I was wearing, what I'm eating, who I'm at, where I'm at, what's happening in my life. I want to look back at time when I'm grown old, and I want to look back at the 24-year-old me, and just like, oh my gosh, this is what you're doing this time. This is how you were thinking, and these are the things that you're aspiring to or hoping that you get, and feel like, oh my gosh, all things is coming together, and we are exactly where we want it to be. I want to document my life, and it is in its form, in its shapes, in ugliness, and its beautiness, and imperfection, and its perfection. It is based. So that's basically the reason why I'm creating this channel, and just to see myself growing, and just sharing my likes of things I like, actually, things I can do, things I aspire to do, things I'm just things that I'm currently doing, my journey as in a whole. So yeah, that's basically the reason why I am creating this channel. And that is why exactly what you'll be expecting. What am I doing? How am I dressing? What am I eating? How do I look? Who am I with? What's happening in my life? And if you would love me to be part of your journey, which means you have a YouTube channel, you can just drop down your channel so I can be following it. Or if you would love to be part of my journey, do the right thing by subscribing to this channel, liking this video, comment down below, and do what has to be done to make things happen. Give my point, long period. That's exactly it is, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, basically that is my first video, and I would love you guys to be part of my journey, and just discover this life thing together, one day at a time. Do what we can where we are with what we have. And that's it for me. My name is Miranda, like I said. If I never do much, as you can see down below. Until next time, God bless, and love you loads and stuff.